request for group therapy resonated with a lot of you this week, and we had a lot of great feedback and quite a few of you who said that you could have written the cry for help as it described you. Let's hope that the advice our readers share will help you. Help me, Rhonda. I'm a chronic overachiever. I can't say no. I always say yes, and I don't mind for the most part. I like to help out. It is who I am, but as expected, it is starting to be too much, even for me, and I'm really doing the work of two people. I created this monster. I work long hours, and of course, I'm not paid for them. I routinely respond to emails and texts outside of work hours, and now they expect it. I don't want to quit quietly, but I do need to help myself create and impose some boundaries. Help me, help me. What do I need to do for myself so that I'm not always saying yes? Signed, I love to help, but want more balance. Well, we hope all the advice that we share today helps, as you certainly do need more balance. Kalinda Maxwell from Kentville, Ontario shares that you must first sit down and decide what's most important to you. While they are all important, what is most important? Is it work, family, self-care? Once you decide what's most important, then set your goals to show that. Kalinda shares that for her, family comes first. Each week, she sets the time to focus on this. For instance, Kalinda spends Sundays with her sister and Wednesday nights with her son, who's in long-term care. If work needs her during those times, she tells herself the priority is her commitment. It's not every night. So for those nights, she holds strong to her priorities. Michelle Morford from Marysville, Washington shares that she is all about the data and suggests that you find a way to show your boss that you're doing the work of two full-time employees and have a separate sheet showing the work that is reasonable for one full-time employee. You need to present that you are doing too much, self-created, as you said, but it is no longer sustainable. Then show them the extra work and let them decide if this work is important enough to hire another full-time employee. And if it isn't, stop doing that extra work because they've identified it isn't important to them, even if you thought it was. Michelle Frame from Nanaimo, BC says she knows from firsthand experience what you're feeling and cautions you about continuing or you will burn out. The way Michelle broke the habit was to ask herself about every task as I can do it, but should I? For example, does it have to be done by me? By slowly and steadily pushing back, it eased people into accepting it. Michelle shared that it hasn't hurt her professionally. She actually got a raise, and she is better able to manage her workload and work-life balance. She took the words, I am more effective when I am more selective, put them on a Post-it note and stuck them onto her computer monitor. She cautions that it is a process, but you can regain your sanity with a steady approach and the support of your boss. Rob Rager from Sarnia, Ontario recommends the book called Boundaries as it deals with exactly this topic. So I'll put the link into the comments for you. Lisa Olson-Tilley from Napierville, Illinois, also related to your situation. Although she constantly struggles to fix the situation, she says that you must draw the line when you're logging off your computer. Lisa says that unless you are doing brain or heart surgery, things can certainly wait a bit. Pick a time, log off, and stick to the log off. Shelley Dottie from Meridian, Idaho says that she needed to start tracking her hours to show her and her boss that she was working too long. Shelley says that she is still a workaholic, but she also realizes that she is getting older and doesn't want to be that workhorse anymore. Elizabeth White Peters from Stratford, Connecticut says that you must always be clear on priorities for your exec and their managers. It's easier to say, would you like me to ask as XYZ to take care of this for you as I'm working on a priority 4? And it's amazing how often no, that's okay, will follow. Tammy Smith from El Mirage, Arizona says the secret to success for her was not to be afraid to delegate. People who won't delegate are usually the ones that fail. Please don't be afraid to approach your executive. They may surprise you. Tammy never wanted to admit that she couldn't complete her work, but as she took on more and more tasks, she had two choices. One, appear as though she wasn't competent enough to complete all the tasks, or two, explain the situation and do something about it. She said it's worked out wonderfully and has brought balance back to her job and her life. Rhonda News from Madison, Wisconsin recommends that you need to tell them you are close to burnout and you need to make some changes, such as you're not responding to emails outside of work hours. She recommends that you set your boundaries and stick to them. And Carrie Mealy from Eugene, Oregon suggests that you carry 2 mobile phones, one personal with no work apps and one work device. The work phone stays in your bag or your drawer while you're at home. Carrie says that this has helped her minimize peeking at email after hours. And when she is out of the office, her company laptop and work phone are not easily visible or within quick access. Everyone agrees that this will not be easy for you to stick to your new rules, but it is essential that you do. Thanks for your question this week. It is clear you are not alone. Good luck.